Art students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again with another lesson, and this is part 4 on drawing action poses step by step. Part 4. I think I said part 4 already. So let's get going to the drawing table and draw. I almost lost it for a second. All right, let's go. All right, I'm going to do another female today, and going to get demonetized again because it happened the first time I did a female. So first, let me get my glasses, and then we get started. All right, so let's get started. But first of all, let me say, if you are liking these videos, if you're liking my channel, anything you like, my fingers, the pencil I use, subscribe so that my channel can grow and I can bring this content to more people. And of course, YouTube can recognize a brother for his skills and start giving him a little bit of dough so he can pay his rent. So, all right, let's go with this female. So it's gonna be a quick drawing. First of all, I'm gonna get the edge, and that's gonna be like from the shoulder to probably the crotch, I guess, size. Turn it, and I'm trying not to make her too thick. I'll make her too thick. I want to get in some more like the animation bodies, the manga type bodies for females, just because. So, all right, there's my center line here. And we're going to do one leg here. So this is the crotch. It's going to have to be really looked at again because crotch is here. And this one's going to be like here. Trying this thing here. Leg. And then calf coming down, and the foot. Somewhere like this. This foot is going to be back or maybe on the toe. Now here comes the rough part. How high is that shoulder going to be? When you start with the bottom, it's hard to connect to the top, so it's best to start with the top. But I was trying to get this crotch right for the female. If I'm mistaken, you will see some buttocks here. Demonetize. Leg a little longer. Calf. Foot. Okay, let's keep going. My knee is about right here. Remember that line, that shin bone goes all the way to that ankle, and you see a little bit of calf right here that goes back into it. Keep the line smooth, and you will be all right. All right, so this is going to be where her belt is, her waist. This is going to be the ball this time. Anytime I twist somebody, I put a ball there. And that curve at the top goes right into the curve into the torso. This makes it a lot easier, especially when they're bent, they're twisted. So this is going to be here and come here. Hopefully I'll have room for the hands. Should have been over more because the hands are going to be here holding the sword. What's with you and swords, Brian? I don't know. So, okay, so this is her hip right here, and this comes here. Make that a little smaller. So this delt is going to be here. Shoulder, delt, arm. Here, and the hand here, but it's not too long. So then we're going to have the other hand, shoulder here, other hand here. Draw the square, and then draw a little rectangle, and then you have your hand palm in And then you just do your fingers like this. That's a quick get over. But I mean, you can see it. You'll see it. So this is going to be here. And then that bicep is going to be here, because that's got to go back into that. So those hands have to be angled more. So what I'm seeing now is a samurai girl, and I just happen to have a character that would actually fit that. The long samurai sword, the one that curves. That's what I'm seeing. Head, neck, do the shoulder a little bit, turn that shoulder in, the breasts. Let's get some blue, because I've got so many lines. And that's the center line right there, so that's where the other one is going to start. It's going to go up under that arm. You won't see it. So that's the neck right there. I'm going to bring this in. And have that rib right here coming out, and it's going in. And that leg there. She is kind of thick. I don't know. I just draw my women thick. I don't know why. Maybe I like thick women secretly. It's because I've been drawing men forever. So it's hard to draw thin muscles. I'm going to do some more life drawing, female life drawing, not on camera, because they will cut my channel completely off. But off camera, so that I can get used to drawing women again. And it is a fact, once you get the female body down, get it down right, the male body comes out so quick and much better. I don't know, because I've met a lot of people that said that, and I got to the point where I was good with females. I was doing them for a while, and then that when I switched over to the male, man, they just came out so good. But I stopped for a while. All right, thigh. And they are shooting outside because they are happy for the new president, I guess. So this is gonna be dated 10 years from now. If you're looking at this, it's like, what president? What is he talking about? It's not election time. It is today. You see, I stopped rushing, which I need to do. I need to not rush. I slow down. So when you slow down, you start to get not so loose. I'm probably going to do some more, what's it called? The quick drawing and sketching, the thing that I did last time. Timed drawing, I can't think of it right now. It might pop up somewhere, but I need to do more of that, or show you guys how to do more of that. Practice. Good practice for you. I'm thinking this looks pretty good, but I'm gonna walk away from this and then come back, because there might be something, looking in the monitor, there might be something that I might be missing. Like this foot should be down to give it that balance. Yeah. So from here, we go to the other drawing. And then this one has to be turned more like this. That palm has to be turned more so that that blade or that handle will go through. It's going to be more like this. And of course, it's hard to see that because it's just hard to see that. And you have to have the bottom of this palm right here. It's not flat, it's like where you can see the bottom of it. So if I did this, it's kind of awkward. You'll see the bottom of it. That way you can see the other side. It's not flat. You're seeing it, I guess you can say perspective because it's got to be round. Like this, if the bottom of the sword is round, then it has to go through, and this has to be round too. So this roundness has to go through those hands. So, all right, let's do a slow motion kind of drawing that should have been shifted over. Okay, so first thing I want to do is get my angle. Front and back. Then shoulders, and the shoulders are angled, and then the center line comes here, and then it kind of curves there. So from there, let's do the torso. Oval, center line is more the edge. Let's do my tunnel here. Tunnel, arch, cave. I've really never given that one a name. So if this is the center line here, this is going to be the top of the roof. So it's got to swing out and not necessarily has to touch this side. That's just kind of like a guideline, not like a border. So collarbone, that one delt here. Because if you did this, like I showed you in the last video, then you have your line where you turn. Give it less. I'll give it less in a minute. So from here, let's put that leg. Not make it too long or too short. And this other leg comes up. More of an oval. And you have, this is from the last video, your leg is shaped, let's say your leg is shaped like this. Okay, this is the front, this is the knee. I'm gonna bring this right in the front instead of the side. This leg, this is gonna be this other leg. So you have this line, this muscle right here, this little dip right here. So this is how your leg kind of looks when it's muscular. So when you have this leg bent up, I would grab one of my dummies, but I'm not going to grab this part right here. It always does that when I have the white coming. Hopefully you saw me draw that. This is going to be a dip like this. So you want to, not over, you want to just dip like that and then come around. So, and it depends on how high you put your knee. It tells you how much of this you're going to see. So this knee was pretty high. I could bring it all the way up to the top, but I'm going to bring it right here. So just do that circle for the time being. And remember, on the end of that circle, that's going to be that shin bone. And then you're going to have that calf comes out and into that bone, and the other side comes off this circle and then down like that. So from here, that knee is on the ground, this leg is up. You know, you're going to have that calf here, and then this part of the leg, and then that foot. And then you have that foot here, that arch, not arch, that I think it's your instep, this part right here, the foot, your heel, and then your toes. Your neck, you have that V going on top of this and then up, and she's looking forward like this way. Or the character, the drawing, not a she, the drawing. Looking like this way. And then you have this arm comes here. This actually would be like this. And go around the back. And then you have the other part of that arm. And then put that hand. This just got really big. And then the other hand, do oval, square, however you want to do. And then this part of the arm, and you won't see the bicep because you'll see a little bit of bicep right here going back. I have to check that. Something doesn't look right. Something's off. The shoulder probably has to go back more, but something is off. You know how you look at something and it just doesn't look right, but you just don't know what it is yet. So shoulder is here. The breast is there. This is here. It can be really foreshortened, so that means that arm is going to go way back here. And then you're going to have this come out. That would be more like it because this has got to go down. This is going to go like this, way back. And then that arm comes down like that. So your delt is right here. Not putting any detail into it. And then the breast, usually I'll start right under the chin, the center line, right under the chin. I'll do that, the bottom of that heart, and then do the breasts. And if you need to draw through, draw through. So now comes the part where I slim down Miss Betty. Miss Betty, yeah. I have to bring her shoulders in and get that man neck off of her. So I'm going to bring that in and bring this in more. So you're going to see this little arch piece on the leg. Somewhat close. I mean, it's slow. It's maybe a little stiffer. But yeah, it's here. That might need to go higher. Because that's facing you. That knee is facing you. Better looking female foot and not as fat shins. Keep it down, keep it smooth. And there you have it. So this is going to come around like that. That's going to come up under there. This is going to be more like that because it's going to go around that back. Slim that arm, take that muscle off of that arm. So we have this, breasts, one under there, this. This is definitely going to be demonetized if I have this on the cover as I do when I place both of them together. So I just have to be ready to lose out on this one. On the finished piece, you're probably going to have a, I don't know, skirt, one-piece suit, whatever. It doesn't make a difference because this bad boy is about to be demonetized just for this position. Bring that neck in. And then see what I can do with this shoulder coming down and sloping around. Like that. Still thick though, but you know, that's just me. So, some strange reason, I always make them thick. Palm going up. And my fingers are always, my hands are tend to be man hands. Man hands. It's because I do that. As I stated in another video, I'm going to draw 100 faces and 100 hands. Not on camera, but 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Ink. It's hot. For some reason, I'm sweating. My head's always kind of crooked and just screwed up. That's the baby finger. This is going to be the thumb. Keep that hand, that arm slim. Bring this in more. That just got too fat. That just got too fat. That's because I'm sweating and I'm rushing. Get that stomach. And that just got way, way fat right here. If I try to ink it again, it's just gonna screw up more. But that just tells you you're getting tired. This is my third drawing in one day, so yeah. That means you're getting tired. So okay, here we go. Compare, stop complaining, compare, compare. Yeah, doing it a little slower, you kind of get the feel for it. And now I have to turn this into some kind of nice warrior type. And since it's going to be a sword, let's get rid of you for a minute. Since that's going to be the long sword, and she's going to be a kind of a samurai kind of. Samurai, that's a crazy long sword, Brian. That's all right. It's my drawing. I can cry if I want to. I was gonna say something. Maybe put it like in a kind of samurai temple or room, or one of the rooms that you see back in the Shogun days. I have to figure that out. I'll figure that out later. I also have to figure out what kind of character or the costume design. As I said, I have a character that would be good for this, but what? But something. But something. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a crazy samurai sword. I don't have room for a real one. Either way, when I dress it, it's going to be a speed drawing. And so, just trying to tweak it a little bit before I shut it down until I can figure out what it's going to be. Smaller feet. So yeah, I think that's going to be for the actual drawing. Now I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the character, and then I will go from there. I have to take a look at what my old characters or any characters I have. As I said, I have a samurai character, but I want to put more. I want something a little different from that particular one. All right, so be back in a sec. All right, so back again. So I've drawn it in red, so I'm going to put the costume on in blue. Forgive me, I just had some popcorn. And you know what happens when you eat popcorn? There's always that one little piece that gets down in your throat and just won't go away. So let's do the face real quick. And I decided to do an Electra type of character because this has been sitting for several days, and I just want to go ahead and get it done, get it out, because there are more that I have planned. So let me sharpen this pencil real quick. And the blue one. And these are the same brands, and I've always used 2-color pencils, usually actually 3-color, standard pencil, the red and the blue. And let me show you where I got them from, or where they are, what they are. If I can remember and stop being lazy, I'll leave a link at the end so you can order them if you want, because several people have asked me about the red pencils. So they're basically just checking pencils. Your teacher probably used them in school. So I'm gonna say they're like $7, $5 or $7, something like that per box. So like I said, if I can remember basically what it is, I'll leave a link at the end or the beginning of the video or whatever it is, so that you can go get some if you choose. So I'm gonna put her face this way. The eyes are going to be about right there. The nose is going to be here. It's not going to be too much detail to the face because it's so small. I put my light on it. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably blinding you guys, but I am blind myself. I need some new glasses. And always have a sharp point on your pencil whenever you draw a small detail. Always. And then the most important part is the eye. So the other eyebrow would probably come up here, not spacing the eyes too far apart, because the standard face should fit 5 eyes, 2 on the side, 1 in the middle, and 2 on the, I think, is it half, 2 halves, or 5 eyes, 2 whole ones on the side. Now let's see how crooked this is, because I always draw crooked. I always have my paper turned when I draw, so my eyes tend to be crooked. One, that's too far apart, too far away, and then 2, it is crooked. That's too close. Brian, why don't you just use the guide? Here's a guide. It's like from the nose. So it's got to be right here. And down and whatever. That's still too close. That's better. And I said that I was going to draw 100 hands and 100 faces, not on camera, just for me, like on those days when I'm not filming, which usually is, I try to film every day. It might not go up that day, but it's got to the point where I feel guilty if I'm not doing a YouTube video. And that's kind of bad, because I don't get any vacation, because I'm telling you, I do this like 7 days a week. And I think I burnt out a little bit after that 30 days. It just was like too much. It burnt me out. But I still feel bad if I don't do something. So I'll do something, even if it's just a piece of drawing, I'll do it. I say it might not go up for about a week, but I'm doing it. I'm drawing. And the crazy part was my revenue started to go up by doing, one every day. I started to go up. So after the 30 days, and I missed a couple of days, it started to go down. So if you're doing a YouTube video, that is the secret. You got to put something up every day. If you're a small channel person and you're not getting those 100,000 views, within the first hour, then you got to put something up every day. Which is hard, because I can put something up every day, but it won't be quality. It'll just be just junk, and I'm not, I don't want to go that route. So, okay, face is good. The hard part for me is the hairstyle. It's always a hairstyle. So let's go ahead and costume her. There's always armbands in my universe. And right off the bat, I'm seeing like a flaming sword, like she's bringing it around a little bit. Just because, just because I can. And it's comics. Why not? All right, so uniform, costume. A costume is something you put on when you go out to play pretend. A uniform is something you put on when you are serious. So let's do when you go out to work. I'm sorry, not serious. When you go to work, you go into work, you put on your uniform. Let's put on some bands around her thigh so that YouTube won't demonetize me. A couple here as well, because she's gonna, you got to have that little bikini bathing suit kind of thing going. And it is dark in here because it's dark outside. It's about to rain, so it's dark. So focus this a little bit more. Bathing suit bikini thing. Here, and if I put it here, then it's got to go here. Remember, you don't want to get demonetized. So there. If she's got it around the legs, she's got to have it around the arm. A little belt of some type, and let's put the on the side. Let's put the tie on the side, and this is just coming off the top of my head. I'm looking at it. I'm determining what should be where, or what would fit where. Boots, of course, which is ankle shoes would not do good. Of course, everybody in my universe has to have an armband, wristband. That's just how it is. And she's going to get the armband, of course. You got it on your legs, you got to have it on your arms. And try to keep it round. Whenever you draw something, a strap or belt or something, try to get it as round as you can on that leg. And I'll give you a quick example of, because I've seen this a lot of times with people. Here is something that's round. You want to try to make it as round as possible. If that thing is round like this, I mean, what like a thigh would be more coming down here like this, like that. So you have to keep that top is going to be round because of that muscle that comes down here. It's going to indent. But the hard part is right here, getting it. How long have you done that? You got your black background, is to be able to get it to curve around up under here like that. It's like almost like you're deliberately taking it off the paper. So if I'm doing this, it's like I'm almost like I'm just trying to deliberately make that circle that goes around. And if you have to, then do so. And then erase here and right there. And then you'll have your object curving around. You know, because I've seen people do this on a round object and the other side is round. And then they have that, which is, you know, it ain't right. So even right here, I can make it a little rounder. And usually when I ink, I will. And when you get to the, like, if you're trying to get to the professional stage, like you are wanting to send some work to Marvel or DC or one of these guys that's going to pay you big money to draw their books, they look for little things like that. A lot of, like your weight, how much weight is pressed on his leg, the balance of your character. Are all your characters facing forward? Your shoulders, are your shoulders up or your shoulders down? Would it be really be down in that position, or would it be really be up in that position? As I say, your weight, is your weight distributed? And, you know, especially when you put clothes on the person, are the wrinkles right? Are there wrinkles? You know, when you put a wristband around a person, is it really round or is it halfway flat? So those are little things you have to think about if you decide to try to make your art better and get a job doing this. You know, your faces have to be straight. And I notice a lot of times, I don't want to say young artists, but let's say young artists that's actually young to doing this or new to doing this, they'll do a face. I don't even know if I can do it. And the face is, see, I don't even know I can do it because I'm so used to doing faces my way. The face is crooked. It's like, I can't do it. It's really weird. it's really weird, but their face, they're not really flat, but they're crooked because they don't see that line. I mean, this eye might be way over here. It's really hard because once you get in the habit of doing something, it's hard to break out of that habit. Especially when you broke out of a bad habit, it's hard to get back into being bad again. So, yeah, that's something that people have to work out when they do their faces. Just kind of remember the structure of a face or the curves of a face. Where's my small thing at? That if you're going to do a 3/4, you're going to have there's a brow. Remember, you have these brows. So because of that, it's going to curve around and come down. And that's this part right here where it comes out. That's going to be in the center of that eye. If you do that line, that's going to be in the center of that eye and it comes out. And you have your cheekbone and it comes down. And when it comes into the mouth, sometimes it sucks in and it's going to come back out because of that chin. So just some things that you have to remember when you're doing face. And of course, that eyebrow comes down and it lines up right with that nose or the 3/4. Nose comes down and you have that philtrum, I think it's called. And then that shapes the mouth. The mouth has to be, the mouth is like, what is it? It's the center of the eye. So remembering this curve, curving around, your mouth has to come there, same thing here. But once you turn your face, it's all different. That, and I think the chin is the same size. But if you're doing like a crazy character, then you know, sky's the limit. So your nose is right here. The size of your nose is right between the eye. Because your nose is about the size of an eye. So it should fit right here. That's why I was saying the 5 eyes. But see, that's turned sideways, 3/4. I'm sorry, I'm hiccuping. So you just kind of like have to remember this, because this is, a lot of times I see this is wrong on a lot of people's drawing. And of course your chin or that jawbone is right here at that mouth. So that's where it's going to curve down and then curve up. You have the cheekbone again, which is like right here. So sometimes it'll suck down and you have that little line in your face and your ear, of course, right there. And then you have this temple, and the back of your head is going to come back here from behind the ear. And this can go up to form your hairline. And yeah, so my face drawing anatomy lessons. Thank God it didn't go through the paper. All right, so put this down. Again with the costume, So this is going to be one solid piece. I'm going to give her a turtleneck because this is kind of like the ninja way. Turtleneck with the sleeves, open sleeves. So that's going to go around. Let's bring this shoulder down, because her neck is going to be here. So that shoulder will be about like that. So this is going to come around, shirt down here and right here off the chest. You know what? I'm going to bring that shoulder in too. Because when you do put your hands together and turn, the shoulder does roll around. Give her less shoulder. This one will be going back a little bit because she's pulling this arm back. So I'll bring it up a little higher and maybe up more. Remembering that it is a female, it's not huge. So as I say, this is a lot of things that they look at, because they're not just looking at your not subscription, your submission. They're looking at dozens and dozens of others. So somebody could be better than you in some particular way that they're looking at. Because I remember sending mine into one one small company, and the guy said he didn't like the way I did my eyes. He said he was not a Jim Lee fan, and he said my eyes remind him of Jim Lee. So he didn't give me the position. And I'm thinking, like, you liked everything else except my eyes, the way I draw my eyes. So, yeah, so, you know, be the best at what you do. Strive to be the best at what you do. So I'm going to give her an amulet. Amulet. Why not? Amulet. Almost kind of like the Electra, almost, but it's not. Curl the boots in. Curl the boots in. So I want to give her a headband. I think I gave somebody a headband not too long ago, but that's okay. It's the symbol of her symbolism. Headband is going to go around the ear, brother, just right over the ear. So she's got that same symbol right here from this amulet. Which should be shifted over because it's not dead center. Being picky, give her some like little lashes, eyelashes, but I'll save that for the ink, and I can open this eye up a little bit more. Give a little edge to that nose and screw it up. The ear is too high. But if I give her a lot of hair, then it wouldn't make a difference. If I needed be, I could give her earrings. Now she's looking more Egyptian than ninja-ish. Something else you can do is look online and find out like different eras, different costume, or different clothing from different eras. And then that helps you when you're designing uniforms. You can pick and choose. I mean, it might just be like some of the patterns in the clothes that you could use for your character. Something small like that. All right, come on, let's finish this up. All right, let's do that. So I have the boots are going to be here, and it's going to be strapped the rest of the way. And the rest is going to be solid boots. With the toes, I really don't like the toes, just my taste. I guess that's like the guy who doesn't like Jim Lee's eyes. Maybe. But I'm not turning somebody down for a job because I don't like this one particular way he draws. I would just say, look, I don't like the toe boots on my characters, so don't put them on. Versus, oh, can you just change the eyes just a little bit so it won't look so much like Jim Lee's eyes, or the way Jim Lee draws his eyes. Oh, finger cramp. Ah, that's the bad thing about drawing. Get those cramps. So I wanted to do these artists that's like over 50 or whatever, that's been drawing forever. They have do they have those cramps at night? Hand cramps and finger cramps because they've been drawing so long. And I'm just trying to round this off up here more. And because of that, I'm gonna put some straps around just here, just down the bottom here. That's all, just because to give it a little more character to it. With that bald head and that thing, she still looks Egyptian, but don't worry, I'm going to change it. It's the belt hanging down, it's the ab muscles here. And since the wind is blowing here and the fire is flowing this way, her hair needs to flow this way too. Actually, this is just going to be a headpiece. And I may just give her short hair as to not interfere with the headpiece. So the hair, short hair, some pointy, what do you call those? Sideburns blowing in the wind. The hair is going to come out here, go back there because this band is tight, so it's going to come out here also. And unless she's got like just a thin hair, you want to take it off of the head. So the headband is going to come from behind. Yeah, like that. So got that short hair and these sideburns are blowing. There's the ear and it comes from behind the ear. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Who's Bobby McGee, Brian? It's a song. All right, so let's just do this. Just a quick background, because I'm going to put her right here by this huge pillar. Which is going to be just cracked a little bit, just chipped out. Okay, so this, so we're gonna have the bottom right here, this piece here, this here. And this requires a ruler. Give me a second. Where's my plastic ruler? I didn't hang it up. Triangle. Shocked that pillar was straight. Get out of here. No, take that back. The pillar is not straight. So that's going to curve in here, curve in here, curve in there. And you have an instant pillar. And you can put one more piece right here, one more piece there. Fix that. And the bottom is just a little bit round. So she's close enough. And as I say, I'm going to damage it. So I'm going to chip some out here. Chip some out here to give it that old ruined look. Big old piece like right about here that's broken out and off. Are we seeing this? So this is going to be broken here, chipped off. like so, and there, a few more ruined pieces, chips. Here, maybe a little chip there. Chips here, everywhere, some cuts, maybe some. We don't know what she was fighting. Could have been Wolverine. Chips, so don't make this too anything old that was smooth before, like this ruler, brand new, would have been really smooth, but after you use it a while, then it's not smooth, or it's not completely flat, is what I'm trying to say. So if you're doing anything like a brick wall, which I didn't mention in my texture, I don't think I did, is when you're drawing a brick, you're drawing a brick wall. What am I trying to say? Don't use a ruler. Use a ruler in the beginning, but when you ink it, don't use that ruler, because you don't want perfect. I know I'm going off the subject, but it goes for a lot of things. You don't want these perfect bricks, especially if you're doing like a back alley scene or something like that. So if I ink this, let's just say I do this, 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 and I go back. Let's just go down. We'll just like this, this. It's all about teaching anyway. This one here. Pet peeve, when the pencils start rolling around like that and just touching my hand, that just annoys the heck out of me. So these are your bricks. This is like your back alley somewhere. These are your 3 bricks. I'm just going to cheat right quick. And then I'll do these other bricks here. So I've already drawn them in, so these bottom 3 look more like a brick wall, because bricks are not so sharp like that, especially period. I don't care if you just built the building yesterday. This gives you more of a texture look. So if you're doing anything old, draw it in with a ruler at first to get it right, and then come back, and then when you ink it, try to like hand do it. Anything old beat up car, or something that's been sitting for a long time. If you do like an old airplane in the airplane scrapyard, don't try to freehand a lot of stuff. So don't ink freehand. Ink freehanded. Don't use a ruler when you ink it freehanded. So this should not be straight. You know, these lines should have just a little bit of curve in them, just a little bit, to show that it's kind of worn, to show that it has been worn out. And then I will crack some of this. Some scars here. So all of these should go over. As I said, if I'm inking this, I would definitely not use a ruler, and then get that aged look. Like I can put the chip right here, the chip right here, and over in here. Just a little wear on something old. And I plan on doing a video on destruction. Just what stuff looks like when you just tear it up, when it's like destroyed. Because then if anytime you do a comic book, you're going to do, something's going to get blown up or tore up or set on fire or just, you know, shot down or beat down. So it's just good to know to do destruction or damage. I think it's, I'm going to call it damage and destruction, drawing damage and destruction, working on it. just been going through some stuff lately, so I'm coming back out of it now. And because these slope in, you want to give some lines to indicate that it is curving around like this, that it does curve in just a little bit. All right, enough damage. I could be doing damage for 2 and 3 hours. So because that, I'm gonna put some damage down here. This floor is kind of damaged. It's an old temple, shall we say. And I could put something back here, like a busted statue, but I don't want to take away from her. So what I'm gonna do is take away from that sword. So what I'm gonna do is this, just like a broken in the background, broken pillar in the background. I'd have to take these lines away because the lines are too close for this to be this far. So this will probably be my last line under her. So you have to be careful if you're putting stuff in the background. Her knee is right here. This definitely could not be right here, or it just looks tiny, which it could be a lot bigger. I'll turn it around so at least you can see the edge of it, what I'm doing. That's straight. That's straight. It's going good. So this is what I'm saying. Ink it. I mean, draw it, with your pencil and your ruler. And then when you come back to ink it, don't make it so straight. I could put something back here, but it's not a comic book panel. It's just a drawing for you guys. And I'll add damage to that later. I can add just pieces down here. As long as it doesn't hit this line here, her line of where her knee is, you're good to go. And some whatever down here, but I'm not gonna do the whatever down here. All right, so that's good enough. So let's get to the inking part, and it's gonna be a fast motion inking because there's probably like 3 or 4 parts before this little section because it's been about a week since I started this. So finding me a pen that works, and we're gonna go for that from here. All right, gotta put light on the face because I can't see it. Oh, speed drawing. here you go. That's enough destruction and rubble and so forth and so on. So this is the picture, and what's next? Oh, the before and after. Where is the before? Here is the before, and here is the after. Let me get some of this junk out the way. See that? See that? I hate that. That's disturbing. It's kind of like a roach running across the table. That's just me. So let me get these pens out the way and my ruler out the way so I can give you a good before and after shot. So get it focused in the camera. Where's the black? See, because I got a black table now and the black lines around the camera, it's hard to see where it begins and where it ends. So there you go. This is your before and this is your after picture. And I don't know what to say, so when I don't know what to say, I start rambling. So I won't. I will go ahead and see if I can get this thing up tonight. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm still trying to think of what to say, but I'll save it for later. All right. I'm out. Class dismissed. See you later.